Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH The Flame Emperor episode number 209 based on novel. So let's start. This is. And with Mu Yingying's coquettish anger, Xiao Yan's and Ghost-Face Soul Flame's eyes suddenly became extremely heavy, because the figure that appeared in front of the two was none other than Yang Kai who accompanied them. Master. The whole body was exuding the power of fiery red holy flame, and his pupils were still filled with the same blood color as the previous note pupil, and then he said respectfully to the blood demon envoy behind him, "Yang Kai, you did a good job, and it didn't cost me so much effort in you. Ha ha ha." The gore fiend looked at Yang Kai in front of him with such respect for him, and said slowly, his voice filled with an unprecedented arrogance, "How is this going? Sacred Flame's conversion to human beings will also be controlled by aliens? Hasn't Yang always been the nemesis of foreign evil races? What the is going on here?" When Xiao Yang saw this scene, he also knew the importance of the matter, and immediately said, because he really didn't know why this happened. "Do not know. As soon as this pair of brothers and sisters entered my land of holy flames, I knew that their identities were holy flames converted to human beings. But I didn't expect that even in this situation, it would still be controlled by the alien race. It seems that this gore fiend should have some shady activities behind his back." The spirit of Ghost-Face and Soul Flame's eyes became heavy. "Elder brother. What's wrong with you?" In the next moment, a terrified timid voice came from not far away. As soon as the voice fell, he immediately ignored the note pupil beside him, and his figure skyrocketed, shooting at the direction where Yang Kai was located. "Go. Yingying, calm down." Seeing this, Xiao Yang's expression turned cold, and he immediately chased after him. With Xiao Yang's perception, Xiao Yang found out that the evil aura on Yang Kai's body was heavier than Yin Tong's. If Mu Yingying rushed up like this, I'm afraid the end would be normal. Bang bang bang. In the end, Xiao Yang was a step too late. I saw Mu Yingying's figure swept away at Yang Kai, who was controlled by the gore fiend, but Yang Kai had no emotional reaction, and the fiery red power of holy flame roared away at Mu Yingying. "Are you crazy?" Xiao Yang flashed out directly, and with the strength of his body, he resisted Yang Kai's blow abruptly. CC. However, the fiery red power of holy flame still made Xiao Yang feel a piercing pain. You must know that Xiao Yang's current strength has reached the middle stage of the 7-star Do Di. With the fusion of Huaxin Tianyang and Xiaoyi, Xiao Yang can still feel severe pain at such a level, which is enough to see that Yang Kai is a saint on his body. The horror of flame power. My brother. Mu Yingying felt that she had been rescued by Xiao Yang, and then looked at her brother who was controlled by the gore fiend while Xiao Yang was injured because of her, forcibly holding back the tears in her beautiful eyes, and said stubbornly, "Mu Yingying and Yang Kai have been relying on each other since the formation of Yang. They finally converted to human beings and separated from their brother. Now that they have just found Yang Kai, they discovered such a scene, which made Mu Yingying the only thing in her heart. Dependence becomes illusory. There's me." Xiao Yang also knew that Mu Yingying was at the weakest moment in her heart. She shouldn't have said anything else, she just said a weak sentence. "Xiao Yang, I beg you to save my brother." Mu Yingying nodded lightly when she heard the words. Obviously, the situation at this time was not something she could handle. I'm afraid she could only pin all her hopes on Xiao Yang. "I promise you." Xiao Yang agreed softly, and then Mu Yingying's mood calmed down a little. But Xiao Yang knew that if Yang Kai really came to a critical moment of life and death, I am afraid that Mu Yingying would also ignore the danger of falling. The shot of life. "Senior, if you and I join forces, can we take him down or suppress him temporarily?" The next moment, Xiao Yang turned his head and said to the Ghost-Face Soul Flame spirit, "I see it hard. Although the gore fiend today has only half of his strength, these strengths are enough to hold me back. And this Yenchi's power is even more powerful because it is a holy flame person. Although I don't know why, but he is under the control of the foreign evil clan, he can still use the power of holy flame, and he is not immune to the foreign evil. The power of the clan is polluted. If I want to suppress him, I am afraid it will be extremely difficult." Ghost-Face Soul Yang also shook his head and said at this time, obviously facing Yang Kai, Ghost-Face Soul Yang also has no certainty of victory. "By the way, I always feel that this guy's holy flame power is stronger than both of us. It is very likely that this guy's holy flame ranking is higher than ours. There is only one difference between the holy flames, and the difference is earth-shattering." The ghost-faced soul flame said. "It's troublesome now." Xiao Yang suddenly frowned upon hearing this. Obviously, Even Xiao Yang felt helpless in the face of this kind of thing. Hey. I didn't expect this gore fiend to be so clever that he could actually find a way to control the holy flame in the vast world. The next moment, the soul-devouring talisman in Xiao Yang's body also spoke slowly. Senior, you know? Xiao Yang was overjoyed when he heard the words. Now they have little understanding of this situation, so I am afraid they can only rely on the Soul Eater talisman. I know some. The world is full of wonders. Naturally, there are some ignorant people trying to communicate with evil races outside the realm. So naturally some crooked ways were born. And the reason why this gore fiend can control the holy flame is probably related to these people. Although I don't know the specific method, I believe that this is definitely not a long-term solution. Don't you have a blazing holy flame soul in your body? Now you can only try if this thing is useful, said the soul-devouring talisman. Sacred flame soul seed? Xiao Yang nodded immediately upon hearing the words, but at this time the holy flame soul seed turned into an extremely faint light group, hidden in Xiao Yang's soul realm, and there was no movement at all. The reason why the holy flame is controlled is that I am afraid that my mind has been temporarily blinded. Only by making the holy flame's soul resonate, I am afraid it will wake up its consciousness in the body. Soul Eater Talisman said. This is the last life-saving talisman, it must not be lost. Xiao Yang also said solemnly. Ha. Xiao Yang. Ghost face and soul inflammation, let you see my most proud works of thousands of years. Yang Kai, kill them for me. After a while, the gore fiend on the other side let out an extremely crazy laugh. It's my master. Yang Kai, who was motionless at first, heard the gore fiend say so, his pupils trembled slightly, and an indescribable wave of hot fire slowly radiated from his body. This is the real power of holy flame. Xiao Yang and the others below looked very vigilant at this time, because they knew that what Yang Kai used at this time was the most primitive power of holy flame. Crash! A fiery red flame like blood slowly poured out of the body from the high sky. The power of the holy flame is so strong that even the fire heart Qianyang in my body is afraid. After Xiao Yang and Xiao Yi merged, their strength and fire control skills have risen to a huge level. Couldn't help but speak. I'm afraid the ranking of holy flames in this guy's body is extremely high. The ghost-faced soul flame spirit on the side said slightly. Ghost-faced soul flame is the 24th holy flame on the holy flame list. Even so, the holy flame in Yang Kai's body still makes him feel extremely frightened. Oh, forget it. Xiao Yang raised his head and wanted to ask Mu Yingying about the holy flame in Yang Kai's body, but he didn't say anything because he had no masters. Boom. Not long after, the holy flameland where the ghost face and soul flames sealed the blood demon envoy was filled with an abnormal blood smell, and Doomsday Scene appeared here, even those cyan melting the pulp trembled. Humble ants, dare to offend my king's dignity. Suffer to death. At this time, Yang Kai flashed the power of fiery red holy flame all over his body, and said to Xiao Yang and his group at a height below zero. What's the matter? The blood in the body is boiling. At this time, Xiao Yang was surprised as Yang Kai shouted. At this time, the place was all enveloped by the power of the fiery red holy flame, and even the cyan lava had taken the lead. With this appearance, Xiao Yang also felt that something was wrong. Brother, this should be the characteristic of Yanji Shengyang. Just like your Huaxin Tianyang has a unique control over rocks. Xiao Yi suddenly said in Xiao Yang's body. The power of Yanchi's holy flame may have a mysterious effect on blood, so be careful. Xiao Yang restrained and said, for some reason, he always felt uneasy after the blood in his body boiled. Boom. In the next moment, the fiery pupils turned hideous, and then raised his hands high. The dazzling fiery red flames all over his body poured out directly towards Xiao Yang and the ghost-faced spirits. That kind of terrifying scene is extremely miserable, like the end of the world. Be careful. Seeing this, Xiao Yang looked very solemn, and then said something to the ghost-faced soul flame behind him, because he knew that the ghost-faced soul flame had just consumed a lot of strength against the blood demon and Yin Tong, and now he is a little weak. Bang. Xiao Yang raised his palm suddenly, and a dazzling wave swept away directly against the fiery waves of fire. Xiao Yang's flames containing fiery core Tianyang and splendid flames just attacked, and they were immediately swallowed up by the fiery and blood-colored flame. Not good. Seeing that his attack was instantly extinguished under the blazing flames, Xiao Yang shouted loudly, and then Xiao Yi's figure dispersed instantly. Go look at Mu Yingying a little bit. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, Xiao Yi flew away. And Xiao Yang and Ghost-Face Soul Flame Spirit also looked at the fiery red flames whistling with heavy expressions. After a while, The fiery red flames directly surrounded Xiao Yang and the spirits of Ghost Face and Soul Flame. What a violent energy fluctuation. Without Xiaoyi's fusion, Xiao Yang's strength also dropped to the middle stage of the 7-star Do Emperor, and then said in a deep voice, "Senior." Xiao Yang had just finished speaking, but the ghost-faced Soul Flame spirit around him suddenly weakened. "My power comes from Holy Flame. I'm just the Holy Flame spirit who is responsible for guarding Ghost Face Soul Flame. I used too much power before. I'm afraid it won't be enough to deal with Gorfiend and Yang Kai." Ghost Face Soul Flame Ling slowly shook his head and said. As soon as the two of them finished speaking, the fiery red holy flame power that surrounded them immediately rushed into the two people's bodies madly. The feeling seemed to be trying to use their holy flame power to devour the general. Be careful, the competition for the power of holy flame can be described as a battle between dragons and tigers. If the power of holy flame in your body is swallowed up by him, I'm afraid you will die instantly, Ghost Face Soul Yang said slightly. You actually want to swallow me? Then let's see who swallowed who. Although Xiao Yang was unable to deal with this holy flame for a short time, the power of the khaki holy flame continued to emerge from the depths of his body, resisting the erosion of the fiery red flame. In the deepest part, the burning dew runs at high speed. Boom boom boom. Xiao Yang urged Fen Ju, and then a mysterious scene appeared. Xiao Yang's body exuded a mysterious silver halo, and then the power of the fiery red flame could not move forward at all, and was swept away by the silver light. Halo to isolate down. After losing the target, the fiery red flames attacked the ghost-faced soul flame on the side, and the ghost-faced soul flame suddenly increased its pressure. What kind of thing does this guy cultivate? I have never heard of such a terrifying thing. After Ghost-faced Soul Yang finished speaking, he was struggling to support himself. In the current situation, I am afraid he can only retreat first. Are you all right? Although Xiao Yi was puzzled for a while as to why her eldest brother asked her to protect Mu Yingying, she didn't ask any further questions. Brother. He actually used the power of the source. Be careful, protect the blood in your body with Do Qi, don't let the blood flow. Mu Yingying suddenly shouted. Temporarily stop the blood from flowing? Xiao Yi heard that, although she didn't know why, she still followed suit. On the other hand, Xiao Yang, who was isolated by the mysterious power of Fen Ju, directly made him ignore it, and Ghost Face and Soul Yang followed suit. At their level, it was very simple to temporarily stop the flow of blood. With Xiao Yang and the three doing this, the fiery red flame seemed to have lost all traces and was about to return to Yang Kai. However, the next moment, everyone felt that when Yenchi's attack stopped, Mu Yingying's delicate body suddenly burst out, and then on the jade hand, a drop of blood was directly cut out by her immortal sword. Xiao Yi and Ghost Face Soul Yang, who were shocked by Mu Yingying's actions, didn't know much about it, but Xiao Yang, who was enveloped by the silver halo, shrank his pupils tightly, and a feeling of something bad came into his heart. Brother, you used to take care of me, now let me come. As soon as Mu Yingying finished speaking, a blue aura appeared on her body, and with the appearance of this blue flame on Mu Yingying's body, immediately, Xiao Yi and the others felt that the restless emotions in their bodies had calmed down. Death. In the face of Mu Yingying's sudden action, Yang Kai, who had already been controlled by the Gorfiend, didn't take it seriously, looked directly at Mu Yingying, and called out slightly. As soon as the voice fell, the fiery red flame that filled the entire holy flame space immediately turned into a giant flame blade, whistling away in the direction where Mu Yingying was. Brother, wake up. Mu Yingying saw this, she was not afraid, and then the blue flame breathed out, turning into a rather exquisite ethereal bird, and she went straight to it. The blue ethereal bird flashed blue flames all over its body, like a flame that can purify the mind, and attacked directly at Yang Kai. Crash. The two peaks of holy flame power just touched, and then a huge energy that is enough to destroy the holy flame space burst out in an instant, making the other people's faces change suddenly. This Mu Yingying. Too reckless. Yenchi's strength is a real fighting immortal. It's absolutely impossible. If this goes on, she will die. However, Xiao Yang, with his strong perception, knew that the current level of power was just a prelude to the coming of the storm. This girl. The ghost-faced soul flame spirit said in an oppressive manner. He knew that if any accident happened to Mu Yingying and Yang Kaiya Duo Shengyang, it would probably cause immeasurable losses to the entire Great Thousand World. The power in the Big Brother's body is condensing at an extreme speed. What are you trying to do? And Xiao Yi was also nervous. The battle between brothers and sisters. It's really admirable. Ha ha ha. The Gorfiend next to Yang Kai burst into laughter. Fire, ghost flame. Yin Tong in the distance looked at this shocking battle at this time, but muttered a few words, and then the pupil was always on ghost face soul flame. Empty spirit. Shengyao. Mu Yingying's situation was also extremely uncomfortable at this time. She naturally knew that her own strength was not enough to completely defeat her brother. After all, between the two of them, whether it was the power of Shengyang or after the transformation of human beings, the difference in strength is too huge. But Mu Yingying has a very special characteristic of the power of holy flame. She still wants to give it a try. If she awakens Yanchi's wisdom, no doubt everyone will be happy. Boom. As soon as Mu Yingying's voice fell, an indescribable dazzling flame burst out, directly converging on the blue ethereal bird. The ethereal bird formed by the azure holy flame was injected with such a huge amount of power, and immediately the body swelled up violently, and then the red mouth and white teeth under the forehead suddenly opened, like a burst of energy. The holy voice of heaven resounded throughout the entire holy flame space. Brother, wake up. After doing all this, the aura in Mu Yingying's body weakened. It was obvious that she had reached the end of the road, but she kept her eyes fixed on Yang Kai. There is a strong attack, and Yang Kai didn't expect Mu Yingying to have such a means. The sound of the ethereal bird just spread out and she was in pain. Humph. I can't see that the two of you are really brother and sister, but that's it. The Gore Fiend also realized that the call of this ethereal bird had the mysterious power of holy flames, and immediately snorted coldly, and the steady stream of Gorfian's golden energy gathered on Yang Kai's body. Danger, go. On the one hand, the evil aura on the body continued to subside due to the call of the ethereal bird. On the other hand, the blood demon golden energy was injected into the blood by the blood demon, which seemed extremely painful, still intermittent. The sound of a few syllables. Yang Kai. The Gore Fiend looked at Yang Kai, who was stalemate by the two forces. A hint of hesitation flashed in his pupils, and then he shouted loudly. As soon as the blood demon's voice fell, 3 drops of blood-colored blood spurted out. And when the 3 drops of evil blood appeared, almost all the forces in this dimension were extremely repelled. It actually cost me 3 drops of demon blood. Kill her for me. And when 3 drops of demon blood were injected into Dao Yenchi's body, Yang Kai was no longer tormented by the voice of the ethereal bird, and a strange killing intent burst out from his pupils, and burst out towards Mu Yingying. Brother. I tried my best. Mu Yingying murmured in a low voice after seeing the last trace of pain on Yang Kai's face disappear, turning into a ruthless killing intent, and then closed her eyes. At that time, she had reached the real state of exhaustion. Death. Yang Kai naturally ignored this, and his figure burst into flames, and then the fiery red flames converged on his palm, and came to Mu Yingying in a short time. Boom boom boom. With a palm wave, the voice that resounded through the world immediately echoed directly. Hey, in this way, I'm afraid that even if you don't die, you will be seriously injured. The ghost-faced soul flame spirit looked at Yang Kai who was attacking away, and said slightly. He knew that now, even Xiao Yang would not have time to shoot. Hey! Just after thinking about it in my heart, the ghost-faced soul flame spirit turned its attention to Xiao Yang, but found that Xiao Yang's figure had already disappeared without a trace. Just when ghost-faced soul flame spirit and Xiao Yi were surprised, a familiar figure appeared directly in front of Mu Yingying. How come? Don't. And just as Mu Yingying closed her eyes, she suddenly felt a force of destruction. Just as she was about to struggle, she felt powerless in her body, and she gave up resistance completely at that time, but after a long time, there was no pain. Feeling it, I couldn't help but open my pupils to find out, but as soon as this beautiful eye opened, a burst of tears suddenly poured out like a dam bursting. What was reflected in Mu Yingying's eyes was a figure that she was very familiar with standing in front of her, Xiao Yang. At this time, Xiao Yang's whole body was filled with a golden luster, and the light and even the breath of the khaki flames on his body dimmed slightly. The most conspicuous thing was Xiao Yang's chest, a sound of cracking bones, which exploded in an instant, and Xiao Yang's face was extremely pale, and even a mouthful of scarlet blood spurted out from the corner of his mouth. I promised you. I will save him. Xiao Yang suffered such a serious injury in his body, but he still forced a smile as he said to Mu Yingying below. Big brother, Xiao Yang. Seeing this, Xiaoyi and the ghost-faced spirit of flames fired directly at him, regardless of the burning flames. Even Xiaoyi's pupils burst out. Blood-red streaks. As soon as Xiao Yang's voice fell, a strong force came out of Yang Kai's body, his fist tightly pressed against Xiao Yang's chest, and slapped it heavily. However, in Xiao Yang's body, a colorless holy flame soul seed was also directly introduced into Yang Kai's body by Xiao Yang's personal gesture. Suffered a heavy blow at Zaidu, Xiao Yang's figure flew upside down, quite embarrassed. Xiao Yang. And until now, Mu Yingying's tears couldn't stop sloping out, and she went after it. You deserve what you deserve. Yang Kai injured Xiao Yang temporarily, and then said softly, but there was a single tear dripping from that pupil. Ha ha ha. Yang Kai, well done. Kill that woman for me. The next moment, the gore fiend looked at Xiao Yang being so seriously injured, and laughed directly. Yes. Yang Kai heard the words and followed in Mu Yingying's footsteps, trying to seriously injure her. Gore fiend, you are too much. At this moment, the ghost face and soul flame on the side was restless, and a crazy thought poured into his heart. Excessive. This side is nothing but a world where the strong eat the weak. You are weak, you can only be swallowed. So, you all have to die. After the gore fiend finished speaking, the dazzling gore fiend gold chi burst forth from his body. He obviously wanted to join forces with Yang Kai to completely obliterate everyone here. Ha ha ha. Blood demon envoy, it's too early to be happy. When Ghostface Soul Yang saw this scene, a trace of madness also flashed in his pupils, and then laughed. Spirit of ghost-faced soul flame, what do you want to do? The gore fiend noticed the power of holy flame shaking violently on ghost-faced soul flame's body, and immediately asked. Ha ha ha. Gore demon, do you have a day when you're afraid too? What do I want to do, didn't you ask knowingly? The ghost-faced soul flame spirit laughed loudly in the face of the suddenly timid gore fiend. Asshole. If you blow yourself up, not only will everyone here die, but your holy flame spirit will also disappear completely. The gore fiend couldn't help roaring. If the spirit of holy flame blew itself up, the power generated in this holy flame space might not be able to handle half of his power. I know, but I won't make you feel better. This farce, it's time to end. As soon as the voice of the ghost face and soul flame fell, a blue prismatic crystal appeared directly in the palm of his hand. Bastard bastard. Seeing this, the gore fiend couldn't help cursing loudly in his pupils, obviously frightened by the sudden action of the ghost-faced soul flame spirit. In the name of my ghost-faced soul flame, let's burn, and let the last ray of light bloom. Ghost-faced soul flame said a little to the holy flame crystal in front of him, and suddenly there was a flash of determination in his pupils, and he said resolutely. As the voice of the ghost-faced soul flame just fell, an indescribable terrifying wave slowly emanated from the blue prismatic holy flame crystal. You lunatic. Seeing this, the gore fiend couldn't help roaring in a low voice. Yang Kai, come back to me. Seeing the increasingly rich cyan flame on Ghostface Soul Yang's body, the gore fiend didn't hesitate, and called Yang Kai directly in front of him. Let's go. Seeing Yang Kai coming back, the gore fiend didn't stop, and said something directly to Yang Kai, as if he wanted to leave this holy flame space, because he knew that once the ghost face and soul flame exploded completely, I'm afraid you will be severely injured. Where to go? The ghost-faced soul flame spirit was mobilizing all of his power, and he wanted to explode himself so as to use that powerful power to completely leave the gore fiend here. Seeing that the gore fiend was about to escape, he whistled away directly. As soon as the voice fell, a cyan-colored holy flame force immediately wrapped the holy flame space tightly. Damn! When the gore fiend saw this, he could only temporarily give up the idea of running away, and kept gathering strength to prepare to resist the self-destruction of the holy flame spirit. This holy flame space was originally the domain of ghost-faced soul flames. With such ghost-faced soul flames using the power of holy flame crystals, it was impossible for the gore fiend to escape within a short period of time. And when the ghost-faced soul flame spirit and the gore fiend were in a stalemate, other things happened on one side. Xiao Yang, are you alright? Not far away, Mu Yingying came to the ground and directly supported Xiao Yang, who had just been seriously injured by Yang Kai, her horrified face filled with a hint of apology. I'm fine. Xiao Yang reluctantly gave Mu Yingying a smile that was not too friendly, and said slowly. However, Xiao Yang is clear that the injury in his body is extremely serious. If nothing else, that immortal body was directly pierced by Yang Kai with a gap the size of a skeleton, and even the few ribs in his chest are also in the flames. Under the attack of Kai, it was directly shattered. If it wasn't for Xiao Yang's body being tempered by more than 20 kinds of different fires and protected by the power of holy flame, I am afraid that the blow of Yang Kai just now would have directly wiped out Xiao completely. I'm sorry, I just blamed me for being too impulsive. You. Mu Yingying saw Xiao Yang's pain, and tears rolled in her beautiful eyes. Obviously, if she hadn't made such an assertive statement just now, Xiao Yang wouldn't have been affected by it. Seriously injured? Do not. You did the right thing. That's your brother after all. Xiao Yang coughed violently and calmed Mu Yingying. Since Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying met, he was more or less aware of Nizi. Nature. You'll be fine. The tears in Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes couldn't stop flowing out, and then her palm flickered lightly, and a prismatic blue crystal slowly appeared in her hand, and a burst of blue, the power of the flames, converged directly towards Xiao Yang like a stream of water. What are you doing? Your injury is too serious. You will die if you continue like this. Mu Yingying looked at Xiao Yang and directly blocked her source of holy flame, and said immediately, I'm fine now. The source of holy flame is your life. If you lose it like this, it will affect your foundation. Xiao Yang said, forcibly supporting the weakness in his body. Don't worry. I'm fine. Seemingly looking at the stubborn Mu Yingying, Xiao Yang opened his mouth and said, What is Ghost-Face Soul Yang doing? And Xiao Yi also came to Xiao Yang's side for a while, just watching the two people's actions so intimate, did not make a move, and then the next moment when she saw Ghost-Face Soul Yang and the Blood Demon Envoy, said suddenly, This is... Ghost-Face Soul Flame is about to explode. And Xiao Yang's complexion recovered a little after quickly swallowing a few pills. As for the shattered ribs, they were temporarily protected by Xiao Yang with holy flames, and there was no danger. Self-destruction. Mu Yingying's pretty face showed a trace of ugliness, then glanced at Yang Kai, and a trace of pain emerged. Crash. After a short while, the entire space of this holy flame space became restless. Bursts of cyan flames mixed with black ghosts suddenly burst out. Humph. Although you were born as the spirit of holy flame, if I kill me like this, I would be underestimated. Yang Kai, do it. The gore fiend looked at the dazzling holy flame power in the holy flame space and said, obviously he was also a little scared. Boom. When Yang Kai heard the words, a fiery red holy flame also erupted, and an extremely evil blood energy erupted from the gore fiend. At this point, 3 tyrannical forces suddenly reverberated in this space. Let's go. Seeing this, Xiao Yang knew that it was not advisable to stay here for a long time, and immediately said something to the two of Xiao Yi. Brother. Mu Yingying couldn't help feeling sad when she looked at the evil Yang Kai in front of her. Don't worry. I will rescue him. Xiao Yang put a hand on Mu Yingying's shoulder. Thank you, Xiao Yang. Mu Yingying smiled slightly at the corner of her mouth, revealing a very beautiful little dimple, and then without hesitation, she gently swept her jade hand towards the note pupil beside her. Under control, the 4 of them left the holy flame space directly. The 4 of them, have they finally left? When Xiao Yang and the 4 left, the holy flame crystal on the palm of the Ghost-Face Soul Flame Spirit disappeared instantly and fell silently into Yin Tong. Blood Demon. It suppressed you for so many years. It's time to end. After the Ghost-Face Soul Flame Spirit finished speaking, the blue flames in the entire space were extremely bright, and then in a short moment, the power of the Gore Fiend and Yang Kai was suppressed, a burst of destruction. The fluctuations like this slowly spread out. When everyone gets together, it's easy to drink alcohol. After a year of hard work, let's relax in these few days. Regarding the update, I actually didn't save the manuscript. I was too busy after I got home, so the update is the current code, and the update is still updated twice a day. If I don't update at 12 noon, I guess I'm drunk and will be unified that night. Make up for it. If you have strength, it is estimated between 6 and 10. Boom boom boom. The dazzling cyan flamestorm, like a disaster that destroyed the world, directly wiped out the countless foreign evil races in the entire demon suppression territory in an instant. Blood Demon. Fall down completely. In the next moment, the ghost-faced ghost-flaming cyan figure finally completely dissipated, turning into a smear of the purest cyan liquid, and shot directly at the Gore Fiend. Asshole. It's so tyrannical. Seeing this, the Gore Fiend's pupils could not help shrinking tightly, and a fear of death poured into his heart. Crash. Seeing this, Yang Kai seemed to want to save the Gore Fiend, but when his fiery red holy flame came into contact with the cyan liquid, it penetrated silently, and the cyan liquid was a tiny amount of energy. No waves hit the Gore Fiend's child's body. 3 consecutive soft voices came directly from the Gore Fiend. Ah, ah, ah. The next moment, the Gore Fiend's golden energy on the Gore Fiend's body became dissipated directly, and even mouthfuls of evil blood burst out suddenly. Boom boom boom. After a short while, countless cyan flames suddenly gathered from all directions in the town of Demon Town, surrounding the Gore Fiend. Ghost Face and Soul Flame. Remember to this envoy that this time, I will make the holy flame crystal disappear completely. The Blood Demon Envoy said slowly with his resentful eyes. After speaking, the childlike body was directly discarded by him, leaving behind a bloody air mass. Bang bang bang. The child's body was just discarded, and all the burned by the blue flames was immediately left, but the Gorfian's state was also extremely uncomfortable. After all, he lost his body, and now he has been seriously injured. Yang Kai, you go back and join my body first. Ads by Pub Future. I was injured so badly this time, I have to recover in the blood river. The blood-colored air mass said slowly. Yeah. Because Yang Kai is a holy flame, the self-destruction of Ghostface Soul Flame doesn't pose much danger to him. As soon as the voice fell, Yang Kai's figure quietly disappeared, and he moved towards the Shenling royal family. As for the blood-colored air mass, it also slowly left the demon suppression realm and headed towards the people of the Shenling royal family in the blood river. On the other side, after Xiao Yang and the others left Demon Town, they also came to an uninhabited wasteland. Brother, it's right here. The injury in your body still needs to be dealt with properly. After a while, Xiao Yi said first. Xiao Yang glanced around, then sat down quietly, carefully conditioning the injury in his body. The shattering of the immortal body, coupled with the fact that the body was so severely injured by the body, if not healed properly, it will cause a dark disease. The two of Mu Yingying were also very sensible, and kept warning Xiao Yang, but did not do anything else. I don't know where the holy flame crystal of Ghost Face and Soul Flame went. That thing is the source of holy flame. Xiao Yang temporarily stabilized the injury in his body, and then said. Wang buzzing. As soon as Xiao Yang's voice fell, a burst of cyan flames suddenly radiated out of the quiet Yin Tong's body. Ghost Face and soul inflammation? When Xiao Yang saw this sudden scene, he was suddenly surprised. Senior brother. Xiao Yang's eyes were filled with a hint of moisture, and he opened his mouth slightly. However, as Xiao Yang opened his mouth, Yin Tong still seemed to have no memory. The next moment, the blue holy flame crystal was swallowed directly by Yin Tong. Seeing this, Xiao Yang couldn't help frowning. The importance of Saint Yang to him was essential. Hey, interesting. I didn't expect this guy to be the controller of the previous holy flame. When Xiao Yang and the others looked at each other, the Soul Eater talisman in Xiao Yang suddenly said. What? The last Saint Flame controller? In other words, senior brother Yin Tong is the previous owner of Ghostface Soul Yang? Xiao Yang was a little shocked in his mind. Good. Look carefully, there is a cyan flame in the deepest part of his body. This azure flame is also the source of holy flame. Although it is weak, when it was controlled by the Gorfiend, it was this last trace of strength that preserved his hope of life. Soul Eater said. Then, how should I obtain this holy flame? Xiao Yang asked in Zaidu. It's very simple. Today's Yin Tong can be regarded as resurrected, but his memory has been lost. But according to my guess, Yin Tong, the Shenling royal family and the Blood Demon Envoy have a direct hatred. If you kill the Blood Demon Envoy, he will naturally hand over the holy flame crystal to you willingly. The secret, I believe you have already discovered it. Soul Eater said, pretending to be profound. I see. Xiao Yang said with a smile. Just now, Yin Tong did swallow the holy flame crystal, but that kind of swallowing was not the power to swallow the holy flame crystal, but the protection. In other words, the current Yin Tong, although reborn, but the memory is lost, at this time is only responsible for protecting Shengyangjing. Right, Soul Eater talisman. Just now the Gorfiend is so powerful, why didn't you do it? If you devour him, I'm afraid your strength will recover a lot, and I can also get Saint Flame Crystal, killing two birds with one stone? Xiao Yang questioned. Hey, what you think is too simple? The Gorfiend made me able to devour him, but now I can't devour him, not to mention Yang Kai. So there is no certainty of victory. I will not shoot. Soul Eater said. Xiao Yang was speechless. Since that's the case, let's go, first go to meet the senior brothers and the others, and then defeat the Shenling royal family in one fell swoop. This time, the sect competition can be considered a complete success. Xiao Yang stood up immediately, then looked into the distance and said. And as Xiao Yang just walked around, a silver medal with burning characters appeared in Xiao Yi's hand next to him. Above the silver medal, a fiery burning sensation slowly spread out. Xiao Yi, what's wrong? Seeing this, Xiao Yang asked hurriedly. Brother, this is the disciple card of our burning incense pavilion. Xiao Yi said. I know, but what is this fiery burning sensation? Xiao Yang asked. And now it's like this, I'm afraid our senior brothers in the Funxiang pavilion, something happened. After Xiao Yi finished speaking, her eyes became strange. The Shenling royal family has already been beheaded by me. With the help of the senior brothers and the others, who can cause such danger to them? Could it be someone from another super sect? Xiao Yang wondered. I don't think so, It kind of smells like a blood demon. But the Soul Eater talisman said in a stern voice, "Go. Go and meet with senior brother and the others." Xiao Yang's voice just fell, and the four of them immediately relied on the connection with the silver medal of Burning Incense Pavilion and headed towards senior brother's location. This video will end here.